All right, next up, I got Carolina at Cincinnati. Cincinnati probably coming off the worst week of the year, their worst week of the year. Um, Carolina should have beat Atlanta, and PJ Walker has been playing really well as DJ Moore. DJ Moore is a top receiver in the league. He's a top 10, top 15 receiver in the league. Um, I really like the tenacity that Carolina's playing with right now. Their defense is playing solid. Their offense is playing really good rhythmic football. They're balancing the run and the pass really well with the downed team that they have. Really, I mean they don't have any star power besides maybe DJ Moore, and they're mixing it up perfect. Their coach is dialing it up the right way. I like the way they're coached. I like the way they're playing. Like I say, cohesive. I think the cohesiveness is one of the most important things in the NFL, and they got it right now. Um, at least for the last 2 weeks. I'm not going to say for the whole or for the whole year or anything like that. But Cincinnati still has Jamar Chase out, and I think he is a key factor for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I just don't see Cincinnati scoring a lot without Jamar Chase. They don't have a running game. Higgins is good. Boyd is good. They didn't do a whole lot last week against the Browns, who didn't even have Denzel Ward in there. This is one of my upsets this week. Carolina. I'm picking Carolina this week. 27-20. Um, I just think that Carolina is just gonna own the clock. I think they're gonna dice their defense up. I think the Bengals are gonna be really sluggish, just like last week. I think that offense is completely. I feel like that offense is completely lost without Jamar Chase. He is just as important as Joe Burrow to that team. He really is. I mean, look at what they did with Joe Burrow alone without Jamar Chase the first year. I mean, they didn't really do much. But that chemistry they got together is probably the best wide receiver quarterback combo in the league. When Cincinnati's hot, I think they're Super Bowl contenders. When they don't have Jamar Chase in there, I think they're very average, below average, if anything. Their defense is pretty good, not the best. Their offense is so sluggish without Jamar Chase in there, and especially with Joe Mixon having zero run game. Joe Mixon having probably the biggest disappointment this year. Next, maybe him and maybe Jonathan Taylor, the two biggest disappointing running backs this year. Uh, just that offensive line is just torn to pieces. I don't think they can block worth a lick. They can't. They especially can't run block. And Carolina's playing confident right now. I mean, they believe in that quarterback. I've watched a good amount of PJ Walker, and he doesn't throw that many inaccurate passes. He's got touch on the ball. He's got enough zip. He can throw it pretty far, accurate. Like he's relatively athletic. I thought he was just an athlete playing quarterback at the very beginning, but really, I mean, he's starting to get it together. He might, if they beat the Bengals this week, he might be the starter for the rest of the year. But overall, Carolina, I think, probably needs to get a new quarterback. But right now, he's playing very confident. So yeah, I got a quite a big upset this week with Carolina defeating the Cincinnati Bengals 27-20.